Hello everyone. Today we are going to do a Cambridge IGCSE paper, Mathematics Paper 1 Core, October and November 2021. By the way, my name is Sanjay Vasu. Let's start. Question 1. Complete this table. So we just need to find out how much in fraction percentage is 0.25, and then what's the decimal for 1 by 5 and 20%. So first we will do the fraction. So 0.25 is 25 by 100, which is 1 by 4. And 0.25 multiplied by 100 is 25%. And similarly, 20 divided by 100 is equal to 0.2. Question 2. This shape is drawn on a 1 centimeter squared grid. Find the perimeter of this shape. So this side over here is 1 centimeters, then 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 7, 4. That's all the sides of this shape. And now we just add these values. Remember, it's on a 1 centimeter squared grid, so each line is equal to 1 centimeter. Each of these single dotted lines like this. So 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 7 plus 4. So now we can add this 1 plus 2, 3, then plus 4, 7, then 8, then 10, 13, 20, 24 centimeters. And that's the answer. Question 3. Write down the order of rotational symmetry of this shape. So we turn this shape 180 degrees clockwise or anti-clockwise. Choose your favorite one. If you rotate it 180 degrees, it will be the same as this right now. And therefore, the order of rotational symmetry is 360 by 180, which is 2. Question 4. Write down the letter of the shape that is congruent to the shaded shape. Let's compare each of them. A, too small. B, at first glance it looks correct, but then this side slightly longer than this one. So it's not B or A. And C, obviously it looks too big. D, well, this side is much longer than this. So that's out. And the only option is E. So the answer is E. Question 5. The number of items that each of 22 people buy in the supermarket is shown in the stem and leaf diagram. Key 1/1 represents 11 items. So we just join the two digits. A, find the mode. So let's just see which is the most repeated. There is 22 repeated 3 times right here. And is there anything else repeated 3 or more times? Well, there's 16 repeated 2 times, 39, 31, but they're only 2 times, not 3. So the answer is 22. B, find the median. Let's see how many values. There are 22 people. So 22 values. And then the middle values are number 11 and number 12. So we need to consider the 11th and 12th values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 29, and 31. And now we find the mean of that. 29 plus 31 by 2 is equal to 60 by 2, which is 30. The answer is 30. Question 6. A turns 2.7 kilometers into meters. So 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So 2.7 kilometers is 2.7 into 1,000, which is 2700 meters. B, find the number of hours in 5 days. So 1 day is 24 hours. So 5 days will be 24 into 5. And the answer for that is 120 hours. Question 7. Hank flies from Los Angeles to Shanghai. The flight departs on Friday, 22nd July at 21:40. The flight takes 13 hours and 35 minutes. The local time in Shanghai is 15 hours ahead of the local time in Los Angeles. Find the date and time in Shanghai when Hank's flight arrives. So first of all, we see how much time it takes. 13 hours, 35 minutes. So once the flight ends and they arrive at Shanghai, 2140 plus 1335 is equal to 3475, but then 75 is bigger than 60, and therefore we add 1 to the hours, and that's 3515. But there's no time for 3515, and now we subtract 24 hours from this, so it is actually 11:15 a.m. or 1115 hours in Los Angeles. But then in Shanghai, the time is 15 hours ahead. So it's 11:15 plus 15, which is equal to 26:15, but there's no 26th hour, so minus 24, 2:15 a.m. So that's the time, 2:15 a.m. And here we'll write it as 0215 hours in 24-hour timing. Now we need to find the day and the date. So the flight departs on Friday, 22nd July at 21:40. And now we see the time here, 11:15 a.m. on the next day, Saturday. But then in Shanghai, another day has passed because the next day, 2:15 a.m. So this is Sunday. So the day is Sunday. And now the date. Again, it's 2 days ahead right now at 2:15 a.m. from 22nd July. So 22 plus 2, 24th July. 24th July. And this is the answer. B, the cost of the flight is $920. Exchange rate, $1 equals 6.87 Chinese yuan. Find the cost of the flight in yuan. So we take 920 multiplied by 6.87. Now it's finally time to get our calculator out. And let's do that right now. So here we are. Our calculator, 920 multiplied by 6.87 is equal to 6320.4 in Chinese yuan. Let's put 40 because it's 2 digits. Let's write the answer. Let's get the calculator off of here. 8th question. P equals 2n minus 3t. Find the value of n when p equals 9, t equals 8. 9 equals 2n minus 3 into 8. So 9 equals 2n minus 24. 2n equals 24 plus 9, 33. N equals 33 by 2, which is equal to 16.5. So n is 16.5. Question 9. The scale drawing shows the positions of two towns P and Q. The scale with 1 centimeter represents 4 kilometers. A. Find the actual distance between town P, which is here, and town Q, here. So if you want to do this, we take the length of this. And if you measure it with a ruler, the answer will be 8.2 centimeters in length. Then they ask the actual distance, which means we need to give it in kilometers. So 8.2 multiplied by 4, which is equal to 32.8 kilometers. That's the answer. B. Measure the bearing of town Q from town P. Measure the bearing means find this angle here from town P. So the angle is at town P. And so, if we measure this correctly, we get the answer as 65 degrees, or because it's a bearing, 065 degrees. Bearings are always written in 3 digits. Use a protractor to measure this. It'll actually work. Question C. Town X is 28 kilometers from town P on a bearing of 140 degrees. On the scale drawing, mark the position of town X. 28 kilometers is equal to 28 by 4, which is equal to 7, and that's 7 centimeters, because this is the scale. So you have to draw a line 140 degrees bearing and 7 centimeters long, somewhat like this. So first, we draw an angle of 140, and then a line going through that angle for about 7 centimeters, somewhat like this, and this point is town X. 140 degrees, 65 degrees for the other one. That's the answer. Question 10. Chung invests $2,460 at the rate of 3.5% per year simple interest. Calculate the total amount of his investment at the end of 4 years. So let's start with end of first year equals 2460 plus 3.5% of it. And now that's 2460 plus, get the calculator out, 3.5 into 2460 divided by 100. So plus 86.1, and that's not just for this year, it's for all the years because it's simple interest. So this value we can add in the calculator, 2460, add, and now we get the answer 2546.1 for end of first year. And then the end of fourth year, we can define this immediately because the increase is the same the whole time. End of fourth year, we just need to add 86.1 3 more times. Because there's second year, third year, fourth year, which are 3 years. So let's add 86.1 into 3. That's equal to $2804.40. Don't forget the unit. 2804.40. That's the answer. Now, let's put the calculator back and move to question 11. 125 people taste a new drink. Each person gives a score out of 5. The bar chart shows the results. Calculate the mean score. Alright, so first let's find out how many people got 0 as their rating. Each step is equal to 2 people. Because there are 5 divisions and 10 people in them. So 5 steps for 10 people, 1 step is 2 people, and 2 steps for 0 is equal to 4 people. Over here we have 10 steps and then another 5. This is at halfway between these two. So we have 10 plus half of 10 is equal to 15. And now rating of 2, we have 10, 20, and then we have an extra amount here, which is 22, 23, because this is halfway between this and this. So we have 23 people scoring 2. And now 3, it's the maximum. As far as we can see, there's actually 30 plus 6 here, 36. So let's write that down. This one, we have 10 plus nearly up to 20, but it's at 19. 10 plus 9, 19. And finally, we have 10, 20, nearly up to 30, but it's 2 less. 30 minus 2, 28. So these are all the ratings which are given for the new drink from 125 people. So now let's multiply everything and then divide by 125 because it's a mean. 0 into 4 plus 1 into 15 plus 2 into 23 plus 3 into 36 plus 4 into 19 plus 5 into 28. And the whole thing divided by 125, which is equal to 0 into 4, 0, 1 into 15, 15, 2 into 23, 46, 3 into 36, we have 108 here, and then 4 into 19 is 76, 5 into 28 is 140. So when we add this, I'll add this, so 15 plus 46 is 61, and then we have 169, and then 245, and then we have plus 140, 385. 385 divided by 125, which is equal to, let's get the calculator out and divide this final one. 385 divided by 125, 3.08 score. And that's the answer. Now let's move on to question 12. A, 7, 13, 19, 25. Find the next term. So the common difference is 6. 25 plus 6 is 31. B, 30, 26, 22, 18. So the common difference for B is minus 4. But the answer in this case is not 14. Remember to read this as well. Write down the term-to-term rule. It's not the character, but it is the rule. So it's minus 4. Because every term we decrease by 4. C, negative 1, 1, 3, 5. Find the nth term. So common difference is 2. Add 2 for each one. So let's write out the 2 table. 2, 4, 6, 8. And then negative 1, 1, 3, 5. So if we minus 3 from this, from each of these, we get the term. So if we minus 3 from the 2 table, we get the sequence. The 2 table is 2n, and 2n minus 3 is the sequence. That's the answer. 13. A circular disc has circumference 250 centimeters. Calculate the radius of the disc. Circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So 250 equals 2 pi r. And then pi r equals 125, which is 250 by 2. R equals 125 by pi. Let's get our calculator to do this. 125 divided by pi. And that's equal to 39.8 centimeters. And that's 1 decimal place. 39.8 centimeters. Question 14a, factorize completely 18x squared minus 12x. So now we can take out a 6x. 6x into 3x minus 2. We can't simplify anymore, so that's the answer. B, expand and simplify x plus 5 into x minus 3. So we'll use the for you method. Front, outside, inside, last. Front are both the x's, so x squared. And then outside, x and negative 3, so minus 3x. Inside, plus 5x. And then last is negative 15, so minus 15. And the answer is x squared plus 2x minus 15. That's the answer. Question 15. Sophie buys 73 books for her school. Each book costs $21.95. A, by rounding each number correct to one significant figure, estimate the total cost of these books. So 73 to one significant figure is equal to 70. And 21.95 to one significant figure is equal to 20. So 70 in a 20 is equal to $1,400. And that's only an estimate, not an actual one though. B, write down whether this estimate is greater or less than the exact cost. Explain how you decide without working out the exact cost. Well, the answer is actually the estimate is less. So let's write the estimate is less because both multipliers have been rounded down to 70 and 20. What I mean is 70 is less than 73, which is the actual value. 20 is less than 21.95. Again, that's the actual value. So if you multiply them, it'll obviously be lesser. Question 16, calculate the size of one interior angle of a regular octagon. To do that, we find the exterior angle. So the exterior angle is equal to 360 by n, where n is the number of sides. And in this case, an octagon, 8 sides. So, which is equal to 360 by 8, which is equal to 45 degrees. And then the interior angle is 180 minus exterior angle. And that's 180 minus 45, which is equal to 135 degrees. That's the answer. Don't forget the unit. Question 17. The table shows relative frequency of the games won by a football team. The number of games lost is twice the number of games drawn. Complete the table. First of all, we already know that the number of games won is 0.1 for relative frequency. So the number of games drawn, let's keep it as x. Drawn equals x. X plus 2x, because last is twice of it, equals 0.9, which is 1 minus 0.1. 3x equals 0.9. X equals 0.9 by 3, which is equal to 0.3. So the number of games drawn is 0.3. And 2x, which is last, is equal to 0.6. Because 2 into 0.3. That's the answer. Question 18. Without using a calculator, work out 1 5 by 6 plus 2 by 5. You must show all your working and give the answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. So we'll change 1 5 by 6 into a mixed number. So 1 5 by 6 is equal to 6 plus 5 by 6, which is equal to 11 by 6. And then 11 by 6 plus 2 by 5. We need to do this. 11 by 6 into 5 on both numerator and denominator is equal to 55 by 30. And then 2 by 5 into 6 on both numerator and denominator is 12 by 30. So 11 by 6 plus 2 by 5 is equal to 55 plus 12, the whole by 30, which is equal to 67 by 30. And the answer for this is 27 by 30, because 30 into 2 is 60. So that's the answer. Now question 19, find the equation of line L. Give the answer in the form y equals mx plus c. First, let's find the gradient. Take two random points. I'll take these two. Now find the y's by 1, or the change in y by change in x. This point right here is 0, 2. So 0, 2. And this one is 2, 8. That's the one. And now we find the y's by 1. So change in y by change in x. 8 minus 2, that's the y change, by 2 minus 0, which is equal to 6 by 2, which is equal to 3. So the gradient m is 3. And now c, which is the y-intercept, equals this point right here, because x equals 0. So the c is 2. And that means y equals 3x plus 2. That's the equation. Question 20, there are 50 families in the village. C equals families who own a car, and B equals families who own a bicycle. 23 families own a car, 10 families own a car and a bicycle, 6 families own none of them. A, complete the Venn diagram. So first, we'll fill in both car and bicycle. 10. 6 families own neither. So that's 6. 23 families own a car. In this case, yes, 23. But then, remember, the 23 includes this 10 which own a car and a bicycle. So 23 minus 10, which is equal to 13 in C, which is car. And now we need the remaining. This time we take it as 13, so we don't need to subtract an extra 10. So it's 50 minus 13 minus 6 minus 10. So that's 50 minus 29, which is equal to 21. So 21 families own bicycles. That's the Venn diagram. B, find number of C union B. C union B means everything inside these two circles. So 13 plus 10 plus 21, which is equal to 44. And that's the answer. Question 21, the diagram shows a sector of a circle with radius 4.8 centimeters and sector angle 45 degrees. Calculate the area of this sector. So area of sector is equal to pi r squared, which is the area of actual circle, multiplied by x by 360, which is the angle by 360. Which is equal to pi into 4.8 squared multiplied by 45 by 360. And that's equal to, calculator, 4.8 squared, 23.04 multiplied by pi, which is equal to 72.38, and then it goes on, multiplied by 1 by 8, which is a simplified fraction, and that's equal to divided by 8. So the answer is 9.047, which is equal to 9.05 centimeters squared to 2 decimal places. So that's the area of this sector. Now all we need to do is write it down, 9.05. And now we have come to the end of the paper. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and hope you've learned something new from it. Bye.